Hello again, and welcome to our last tip here. Again, my name is Trey Strong, assistant golf professional at Persimmon Woods Golf Club. Just going to talk quick today. Our fourth topic is putting. And the old adage, drive for show, putt for dough. So we have the putter here. The reason putting obviously most important, you hit upwards of half of your shots when you play around a golf with this one club. So becoming accurate with it and consistent is very crucial to lowering your scores and lower your scores quickly. Putting, unlike the rest of the game, is very individual. If you ever have watched, there's many different types of grips, many different types of putters, whether it be the head shape, the length, and again with the grips, whether it be a standard grip, a left hand low type grip where the left hand is low and the right hand is higher for a right-handed player, or a claw type grip. These are all used simply to develop a comfort. The game at this perspective is very much feel oriented. With that, we like to stay away from technical too much, but there are some technical things that you do have to be aware of while you're putting. In our previous lesson, we had talked about alignment with the full swing. This is the first thing that's very important with putting, or aim. We need to pick what we call the line. The line being the particular direction we're going to hit the putt to get it as close to or in the hole as possible. All right, and we do this the same way that we would with the full shot. All right, obviously the golf club or the golf ball is to our right and we stand to the left of it. All right, so when we need to take that into perspective, the flag you can see is my target. Okay, the ball needs to be aimed at that particular flag, so somewhere along this line. I cannot aim my body at that same line, otherwise I'm going to hit it to the right. So again, my body needs to point slightly left of target. All right, so that is how we set up first. As for your particular setup, it changes from person to person. Some people putt with a wide stance, some people putt very narrow stance, some have an open stance. Those are all fine. It's all particular to you and what makes you comfortable. All right, so the first thing, again, is we need to get lined up. So we need to point my body, as you can see, is going to point left of the flag. It's not pointed this direction, and it's not even pointed too far left. All right, so that we can get the line. All right, so you can practice that first and go ahead and hit a putt and see if your particular line is good. Not too bad, just slightly left, maybe before because of it broke, but that's one aspect we'll cover next. Now the other thing that complements a line and selecting your line is how hard you're going to hit the putt, or what we call the speed. That can vary on the type of grass you're putting on, how thick the grass you're putting on, the humidity, things like that. That's why it's good to hit the practice green before you go out and play and kind of feel out the speed of the green. All right. Now, I personally believe as a teacher that the speed is the most important, because you can have a good line like we just talked about, but if you hit it like this, well, as you can see, that ball is still rolling. It's further away now than it was when we started. That's why speed's more important. You may have a bad line like we talked about, you may aim too far this way, but if your speed is good, as you can see, that second putt is much shorter than the one I hit previous. So speed being extremely important, line being just as important, but probably secondary. The last thing you need to do with putting, and we'll finish this up real quick, is you need to pay attention, because not all greens are flat. Right? They do have a contour, and as you saw with that first putt, I hit it right at the flag roughly, but the putt curved to the left. So you need to take that into account. You can stand behind the putt from both directions and do what we call reading the green, and then compensate. So now we know that this putt breaks slightly left. I'm going to aim just to the right side of that hole with my line, and I have a pretty good feel for the speed, I think. And we're going to go ahead and hit a putt. And this time it went in. So you take all three of those things together, and before you know it, you'll be making more putts. You'll lower your score quickly. Hopefully these past three tips, along with the putting tip, will be good for you to bring out with you on April 30th to the Chesterfield Golf Classic. Hope to see you then.